From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is the National Football League. As we'll see Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos versus Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And off we go from Denver. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And he really established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the country a season ago. 45 touchdown passes and only 3 interceptions. A dynamic athlete, processes a lot of information in a short amount of time, and puts his team in a great position to win on each and every down. You don't break the NCAA record with highest completion percentage without having all those attributes, and I think that he'll translate very well in Denver.
In motion right goes Sutton. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's the rookie 1st-round pick, Xavier Legette. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This 2nd and 4. A first carry now. This is Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix throwing on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that one too wide and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. That swung out wide to Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And once again, this is Sanders. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Trying to find Greg Dulcich there, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Shedding through the defense, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Nix from the shotgun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sutton gets past the sticks, and that play reminds us of the potential that he has and the production that he's given in the past, something he's certainly hoping to get back to this season.
Nix to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
First and goal from the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Dalton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action here with Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got his man, it's Jonathan Mingo. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, We'll call this play significant.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Andy Dalton. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Dalton. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Dalton here from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Dalton. Got a man, that's Leggett. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hubbard is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard again. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Hubbard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It was Charles Harris getting in there behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Sean Robinson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. So Dalton now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. Nix to the air. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To throw, here's Nix. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
47 the mark, boy, 47. Check.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, a 5-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That's caught by Mingo, right side. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That one completes it again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half for the rookie first-round pick, Bo Nix. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This taken in at the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Wants to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made by Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On play action, here's Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Nix once more. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pro.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Right back to Hubbard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Passing, it's Dalton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. To throw here, Dalton. Complete. It's Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Up the middle, it's Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun is Nix. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and 2. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Nix to throw on 2nd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Panthers about ready to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Another chance for Dalton.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Second and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Dalton. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Lil Jordan Humphrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Dalton. That's caught by Johnson. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Dalton.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
And they take a knee.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we